Ireland, a land of rolling green hills and ancient stones, a place where every corner has a story and every stone whispers secrets from the past. A place where myth and reality mix, creating a tapestry of legends that have been passed down for many years. It whispers of a time when gods walked the earth, when the lines between humans and the divine were unclear. This is the world of Irish mythology, a rich tapestry of stories passed down through many generations. These tales are not just stories, they are the heart of a culture, a connection to a time long ago. At the center of these tales are the Tuatha Dé Danann, a race of powerful beings surrounded by magic and mystery. They are what the ancient Irish spirit is all about, a symbol of the land's lasting enchantment. Their story is an epic about gods and monsters, battles and magic, love and loss. It's a tale that's been told over and over, each time adding new layers of meaning. It speaks of a time when the fate of Ireland was uncertain, when the actions of a few could change history. The Tuatha Dé Danann weren't just gods, they were artists, warriors and sorcerers. They were the keepers of ancient knowledge, the guardians of a mystical tradition. They had knowledge and power beyond what humans could understand. Their wisdom was vast, their magic was strong, and their influence was great. Their arrival in Ireland marked a new era, one filled with wonder and danger. They brought with them a new dawn, a new way of life that would change the island forever. But their reign wasn't meant to last forever. Time is always changing, and new challenges were coming. The arrival of a new race, the Milesians, would challenge their power and change Irish history forever. This clash of cultures was a turning point, a moment when the old world met the new. The story of the Tuatha Dé Danann is a cornerstone of Irish mythology. It's a tale that has shaped the identity of a people, a story that continues to be important throughout the ages. It offers a glimpse into a world where anything was possible, where magic was real and the gods walked among us. It reminds us of the power of myth, the lasting appeal of the unknown. This is their story, a tale that continues to fascinate and inspire centuries later. It's a testament to the enduring power of myth, the timeless nature of these ancient tales. Get ready to enter a world where magic is real and the gods walk among us. A place where the past and present exist together, and the stories of old continue to shape the world we know today. Irish mythology isn't just one story, but a collection of tales. They are organised into cycles. Each cycle focuses on a different time period in Ireland's mythical history. The Mythological Cycle, the oldest of these cycles, sets the stage for the world of Irish myth. It tells the story of how Ireland was created and the early races that lived there. The Tuatha Dé Danann are a big part of this cycle. The Mythological Cycle introduces us to a group of gods and goddesses. These figures aren't the perfect, all-powerful gods of other mythologies. They have flaws, capable of both great love and terrible anger. They are as much a part of nature as the land itself. Their stories explain where Ireland's landscapes, customs and beliefs come from. The cycle starts with the creation of Ireland and the arrival of the first mythical beings. It continues through many invasions and battles. Each race that comes leaves its mark on the land. The arrival of the Tuatha Dé Danann is a turning point in the cycle. They bring magic, artistry, and a deep connection to the land. The Tuatha Dé Danann, a name that reminds us of ancient legends and forgotten lore. Their name echoes through the ages, a whisper of ancient power. They are remembered as beings of immense wisdom and skill, their legacy woven into Irish mythology. They were a race apart, said to be descended from the gods themselves. The Tuatha Dé Danann were not just humans, they were beings of divine origin, their bloodline intertwined with the essence of the gods. The Tuatha Dé Danann arrived in Ireland covered in mist and magic. Their arrival wasn't just a landing but a grand entrance, covered in mystery and enchantment. They came from islands to the north, bringing with them skills and knowledge unmatched by anyone before them. These islands, often described as mystical and otherworldly, were where their advanced civilization began. They weren't born from the earth like the races before them. The Tuatha Dé Danann were celestial beings, their origins in the heavens, their presence on earth a testament to their extraordinary nature. They arrived fully formed, a force to be reckoned with. Their arrival wasn't gradual but sudden. Their presence immediately felt across the land. These were no ordinary invaders. The Tuatha Dé Danann were warriors, scholars and magicians, their abilities far surpassing those of any other race. Their arrival was marked by a spectacle of fire and storm, a display of their awesome power. The skies themselves seemed to acknowledge their presence, with lightning and thunder announcing their arrival. They weren't just conquerors, they were bringers of culture and knowledge. The Tuatha Dé Danann shared their wisdom with the people of Ireland, making their society better than ever before. The Tuatha Dé Danann were skilled in arts, crafts and warfare. Their expertise in these areas was unmatched, and they passed on their knowledge to the people, enriching the culture and strengthening the society. They had a deep understanding of magic and the natural world. The Tuatha Dé Danann were not just warriors and craftsmen, they were also deeply connected to the mystical forces of the earth. Their arrival started a golden age for Ireland. Under their influence, the land flourished and the people prospered, experiencing a period of great growth and development. They taught the people agriculture, smithing and other important skills. The Tuatha Dé Danann's knowledge in these areas was vast, and they generously shared it, ensuring the survival and prosperity of the people. They brought with them music, poetry and storytelling, enriching the culture of the land. The arts flourished under their influence, with music and poetry becoming big parts of the society. But their reign wouldn't be without its problems. Despite their many contributions, the Tuatha Dé Danann faced many obstacles and conflicts. The Tuatha Dé Danann faced opposition from the Fir Bolg, the people who lived in Ireland at the time of their arrival. This conflict would test their strength and resolve, shaping the future of the land. The arrival of the Tuatha Dé Danann didn't go unnoticed. These mystical beings, covered in mystery and magic, arrived on the Irish shores with an air of otherworldly power. Their ships, unlike any seen before, glided through the mist, carrying warriors and leaders who would change history. The Fir Bolg, the people who lived in Ireland at the time, looked at these newcomers with suspicion. Conflict was bound to happen. The Fir Bolg, seasoned warriors themselves, had long claimed the land as their own. They saw the arrival of the Tuatha Dé Danann as a threat to their power and way of life. The first battle between the Tuatha Dé Danann and the Fir Bolg was huge. The skies darkened as the two forces met on the battlefield, both determined to win. Swords clashed, and the air was filled with the sounds of battle cries and the clash of steel. It was a fight for Ireland itself. The land seemed to shake under the weight of their conflict, as if the earth understood how important this battle was. The Tuatha Dé Danann, with their better weapons and magic, fought with a fierceness that matched the determination of the Fir Bolg. The Tuatha Dé Danann, with their superior weapons and magic, won. Their victory wasn't just because of their skill in battle, but also because of their strategic thinking and the mystical powers they used. The Fir Bolg, though brave, couldn't withstand the combined might of the Tuatha Dé Danann's enchanted weaponry and tactical brilliance. But victory came with a price. The battlefield was covered with the bodies of fallen warriors from both sides, and the air was thick with the smell of blood and the cries of the wounded. The cost of this victory weighed heavily on the Tuatha Dé Danann, who mourned their lost comrades even as they celebrated their triumph. Nuada, the leader of the Tuatha Dé Danann, lost an arm in the battle. This injury wasn't just physical but also symbolic. In their culture, a king had to be physically whole, and Nuada's injury meant he could no longer be their leader. In their culture, a king had to be perfect in body. This belief was very important to them, and they believed that a king's physical wholeness was directly connected to the prosperity and stability of the realm. Nuada's injury was a big problem for the Tuatha Dé Danann's leadership. Nuada stepped down, and Bress, who was half Fomorian, took his place. Bress becoming king was met with mixed feelings. While some saw it as necessary to keep things stable, others were cautious of his Fomorian heritage and what influence it might bring. Bres's rule was a time of hardship for the Tuatha Dé Danann. His reign was a time of oppression and unhappiness. The people, who had hoped for peace and prosperity, found themselves burdened by harsh demands and a ruler who didn't respect their customs and traditions. He imposed harsh tributes and didn't care much for their customs. The once proud Tuatha Dé Danann were brought down to a state of suffering and disappointment. Bres's rule was a big difference from the leadership they had known under Nuada, and the people wanted to go back to the old ways. The Tuatha Dé Danann wanted their true king back. They felt hopeful again when a skilled craftsman made a silver arm for Nuada. This amazing piece of craftsmanship not only gave Nuada back his physical wholeness, but also showed the resilience and ingenuity of the Tuatha Dé Danann. A skilled craftsman made a silver arm for Nuada. The silver arm was a marvel of ancient engineering, a testament to the skill and creativity of the Tuatha Dé Danann. With this new arm, Nuada could be leader again, much to the joy and relief of his people. He was back to his former glory and became their leader again. Nuada's return brought a new sense of hope and determination to the Tuatha Dé Danann. They rallied around their restored leader, ready for whatever challenges were ahead. The Tuatha Dé Danann prepared for the inevitable battle with the Fomorians. The Fomorians, monstrous beings who represented chaos and destruction, were a constant threat. The Tuatha Dé Danann knew that a final decisive battle was coming. The Fomorians were monstrous beings who represented chaos and destruction. They lived in the dark depths of the sea, coming out only to cause chaos and spread fear. They were a blight on the land, and the Tuatha Dé Danann knew they had to be stopped. They lived in the dark depths of the sea, a constant threat to the Tuatha Dé Danann and the people of Ireland. The Fomorians' evil influence was felt everywhere, and their dark presence loomed over the land like a shadow. Everything was leading up to the final battle between order and chaos, light and darkness. The Tuatha Dé Danann, with their leader back and a renewed sense of purpose, were ready to defend their land and their way of life. This final battle would decide the fate of Ireland and the balance between order and chaos.